Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anisvi, Yunar, Nabilla. I will presentation about assessing reading, assessing grammar, assessing writing, assessing speaking, and assessing listening. Assessing reading is reading the most essential skill for success in all educational contexts remain a skill of paramount importance as we create assessment of general language ability. Primary obstacles must be clear in order to become efficient readers. Be able to master fundamental bottom-up strategies for processing separate letters. Word and phrases as well as top-down, conceptually driven strategy for comprehension. B. Second language reader must develop appropriate context and formal schemata background, information and cultural experience to carry out those interpretations. Effectively, the assessment of reading ability does not end with the measurement of comprehension. Involve attending to the component or strategy, discourse letter, word, punctuation, and other graphic symbols. It is button-up precision is implied. Selected this is largely an artifact or assessment format. Certain typical tasks are used such as picture, ghost text, matching true or false, multiple choice. Next stimuli include sentence, brief paragraph and symbol, card and graph. Brief response are intended and a combination of bottom-up and top-down processing may be used. Interactive include strategy of language of several paragraphs to one page or more in which the reader must interact with the text. General anecdote, short narrative and description, excerpt from longer text, questionnaire, memos, announcement, direction, receipt, and the like, and focus the identify relevant features, lexical, symbolic, grammatical, and discourse within text of moderately short length with the objective of retaining the information that is processed. Extensive. It applies to texts of more than a page up to and including professional article, essay, technical report, short story, and books. Purpose to tap into a learner's global understanding of the text as opposite to asking text takers to zoom in on small detail to top-down processing is assumed for more extensive tasks. Jadi jenis bacaan seperti perspektif melibatkan memperhatikan komponen wacana yang lebih luas, huruf, kata, tanda baca, dan simbol grafik lainnya. Pemrosesan bottom-up tersirat seperti selektif ini sebagian besar merupakan artefak format penilaian tugas khas tertentu digunakan seperti tugas bergambar, mencocokkan yang benar atau salah, pilihan ganda, kalimat, paragraf singkat, dan bagian, dan grafik sederhana. Next, assessing grammar. In terms of assessment, grammar is central to language description and test taker performance. The knowledge of grammar is evaluated by its correct use in communication through listening, speaking, reading, and writing in second language. Communicative competence has four components: grammatical, social-linguistic, discourse, and strategy competence. Grammatical knowledge consists of three elements: A. Grammatical form, or the structure of a language. Form is both morphology or how words are formed, and syntax, how words are structured together. Both of them are concerned with the linguistic accuracy of language. The grammatical meaning of those forms. Grammatical meaning consists of both the literal and intended message that is conveyed by the verb. It concerns with the meaningfulness of the language used, their pragmatic meaning or used in a given context. The pragmatic or implied meaning result from the appropriate language choice a learner make in a given communicative event. Jadi, assessing grammar dalam hal penilaian, tata bahasa merupakan pusat deskripsi bahasa dan kinerja peserta tes. Saat ini, pengetahuan tata bahasa dinilai dari penggunaannya yang benar dalam melakukan komunikasi melalui mendengarkan, berbicara, membaca, dan menulis. Dalam bahasa kedua, kompetensi komunikatif memiliki 4 komponen seperti tata bahasa, sosiolinguistik, wacana, dan kompetensi strategis. Pengetahuan tata bahasa terdiri dari 3 elemen seperti bentuk gramatikal atau struktur bahasa, bentuk adalah baik morfologi atau bagaimana kata dibentuk, dan sintaksis, bagaimana kata-kata itu dirangkai. Keduanya berkaitannya ketepatan linguistik. Writing. Assessing Writing is a referred international journal providing a forum for ideas, research, and practice on the assessment of writing language. Assessing Writing publishes article, book review, conference report, and academic exchange concerning. Next genre of writing language. Academic writing is paper and general subject report, essay, conversation, academically focused journal. 2. Short answer, test, response, technical report is dissertation. Relate writing, message, letter, email, memo, report, schedule, advertisement, announcement, manual, personal writing is letter, email, greeting card, invitation, message, notes, diaries, calendar, entries, shopping list, reminder, financial document. Next, 3. Form, questionnaire, medical report, immigration, documents, fiction. Next, explain about assessing speaking. In assessing speaking, any basic types of speaking. 1. Imitative. Performance is the ability to simply parrot back imitative a word or phrase or possibly a sentence. The only role of listening here is in the short-term stretch of a prompt just long enough to allow the speaker to retain the short stretch of language that must be limited. 2. Intensive. Its employment in assessment context is the product of short stretches of oral language designed to demonstrate competence in a narrow band of grammatical, phrasal, lexical, or phonological relationships. The speaker must be aware of semantic property to be able to respond, but interaction with an interlocutor or the test administrator is minimal at best. Next, responsive. It includes interaction and test comprehension, but some limited level or very short conversation, standard greetings and small talk, simple requests and comments, and the like. Next, interactive. The difference between responsive and interactive speaking is in the length, complexity in interaction sometimes include multiple exchange and or multiple participants. And less extensive or monologue. Extensive oral production text include speech, oral presentation, and storytelling during which the opportunity for oral interaction from listener is either highly limited or rule all altogether less. Any assisting listening. Observe the performance of the 4 skill things that we can observe during listening as the receptive skills are processed and products, invisible, audible. The importance of listening is often implied as a component of speaking. Jadi, assessing listening mengamati kinerja seperti 4 keterampilan hal-hal yang dapat kita amati selama mendengarkan. Sebagai keterampilan reseptif adalah proses dan produk atau tak terlihat terdengar pentingnya mendengarkan sering seperti tersirat sebagai komponen berbicara. Next types of listening. 1. Intensive is phonemes, words, and intonation. 2. Responsive, a greeting, comment, question. 3. Selective is television, radio, news item, and story. 4. Extensive listening for the kids, the main idea making inference. Micro and macro skill of listening. Micro skill attending to the smaller bits and chunks of language in more of bottom up. Process macro skill focusing on the larger elements. What makes listening difficult? 1. Clustering chunking is phrases, clauses, and constituent. 2. Redundancy, repetition, replacing, elaboration, and 3 is reduced form. Understanding the reduced form that may not have been a part of English learner past experience in classes where only formal textbook language has been presented. 5. Colloquial is language item slang reduced from shared cultural knowledge. 6. Rate of delivery is keeping up with the speed of delivery, processing automatically as the speaker continues. 7. Stress, rhythm, and intonation, correctly understanding prosodic elements of spoken language, which is almost always much more difficult than understanding the smaller phonological bits and pieces. 8. Interaction is negotiation, clarification, attending signal, turn taking, maintenance, and termination.